Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Carey Stadium here in Ocean City for the first day of the second annual Battle at the Beach. Mike Franco alongside Harry Sachs as Highland gets set to take on Downingtown west of Pennsylvania. The first New Jersey versus Pennsylvania matchup of the day. Mainland taking care of EHT in Game 1 today, and it was Salem all over Cedar Grove in Game 2. But here we are, Harry, Game 3, Highland versus Downingtown West. Should be a good one for Highland. It starts with Angelo Rodriguez, one of South Jersey's top rushers, returning for a senior season. The offense looks to use him as a focal point.
Yeah, not bad. 1,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, not bad. And it seemed they're looking at the rankings this week. They were 14th in the Courier Post preseason outlook there. And what they're looking to do is Connor Leary, the coach's son, said he put on 3 inches, 20 pounds, and looked great in a lot of the camps he went to. So that's going to really make them more dangerous. So you really can't focus in on Rodriguez now. And it seems like they're going to, try to incorporate the pass there, which makes them even more dangerous.
Leary now a junior, starting quarterback, of course, his head coach and his dad, Brian Leary, in his 8th season on the sidelines for the Tartans of Highland. Highland coming off a 4-6 season a year ago. Now Downingtown West coming off a 5-5 campaign. Of course, longtime head coach Mike Bolano, nearly 200 career wins for the Whippets. Give us the scouting report on Downingtown West, as I know a lot of fans in this area will see the Whippets for the first time today.
Yeah, well, I had a chance to talk to one of the assistant coaches, before, because I really couldn't get that much information, from them up there. And he said to me, he said, we're just a really solid running team. He said, we throw. I said, can you throw? And he said, yeah, we can throw if we have to. He said, but we're going to see a lot of motion, a lot of different formations out of there, and to try to, keep the defense guessing on what we're going to do. But he said, we're basically a running team. And he said, defensively, he said, we're really strong over there. He said, if we're going to win this game today, he said, it's going to be because of our defense.
6 returning starters on offense for Downingtown West, 7 returning starters on defense for Highland, 9 returning starters on offense, 7 on D, as we mentioned. Highland coming off that 4-6 campaign a year ago. The Tartans are excited for this season, though. They feel like this could be the year that they put things together and try to not only make the playoffs, but win a game there. It will be tough. Tartans now in Group 3. A lot of top teams in South Jersey are in Group 3, including Delsey and Camden. But, of course, this is just week 0 and the first day of what's become a fun tradition here at the Shore, Harry. I know it was a lot of success last year. The weather played a major factor on Sunday, but knock on wood, so far so good here on day 1.
Yeah, it really looks great here, and coming off of down to the shore, off of the inland, temperature changes a little bit, and seems like it's perfect, perfect out there. And hopefully after a couple blowouts, maybe we'll have a real ball game here.
And we hope so. Of course, there's one more game later today. It'll be the hometown Ocean City Red Raiders taking on another team from Pennsylvania in the Chamonix. But of course, first we have Highland and Downingtown West. It looks like Downingtown West will be kicking off to begin the game here. They are dressed in the blue uniforms, white pants on your video screen. And of course, Highland in the white jerseys, white pants, and the light blue helmets. So
looks like North Carolina.
That's right, Carolina blue. Kickoff. And we're underway here as the Highland Tartans receive the kickoff, and moving to the near sideline and making some moves is Xavier Miller. Miller spaced room. He's across the 50. Rumbles finally dragged down right near the 40. Xavier Miller with an instant spark to begin the game for Highland.
And I'll tell you what, they had a tremendous wall over here on the right side, and all he had to do was make it to that corner and turn it upfield. Actually, I thought if he hadn't slowed up a little bit, he might have taken that one to the house. So great start there, for Highland.
So the Tartans will begin the game on the 43-yard line of the Whippets as head coach Brian Leary. A couple last words there before his son Connor takes the field to begin this ball game. As we talked about, Connor Leary now in his 2nd season as a starter at Highland. Growth spurt in the offseason, put on about 20 pounds as well. So Dad looking for big things out of his son this year.
Well, he certainly seems to have put in the time. So we'll see what happens here.
All right, Rodriguez flanking Leary. Leary out of the shotgun here, and he looks to go up top right away. Rolling to his right, still looking. Tries to dump one short. Intended receiver that time was Avant Stewart. And we should mention, Harry, a new rule in place this year that the quarterbacks at the high school level can throw it away, similar to the NFL rules. They don't necessarily have to find a receiver. Now, I'm not saying that was the case there, as that hit Stewart's hands, but just something to keep in mind as we go into this season.
I'll tell you what, he really had no place to go with that ball there on that, so to throw it the way he did, he saved himself maybe from getting sacked in the backfield there.
Here's Leary under center now, 2nd down and 10, man in motion, and they'll toss to the left side. This is Butler taking the toss, and he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage there. Good work along the defensive line by the Whippets.
Yeah, and exactly what they said. It said their defense is stout, especially on the line there. And if you take a look, they got one guy there who's going to West Virginia.
A lot of size on that line there, and of course the player you're talking about there is Ryan Smaler, who's still just a junior, 6'5", 190, still growing into that frame there, and they're tough up front, no doubt about it. So 3rd and long now, 3rd and 9. Leary back in the shotgun. He'll roll to his right. Still rolling to his right. Now he flings one downfield. A jump ball, and it's intercepted. That ball is taken away by the Whippets there, and pass is intercepted.
Number 23. Trying to get that name there.
Just bear with us, as the roster we have is not in numerical order, but I did find him. That's that's Highland's number 23, so we'll keep looking here. Coaches, if you're listening, the numerical rosters are key for doing these games via live stream, but we'll track down a name here before we get to the next play.
All right, and that pass shouldn't have been thrown at all. That would have been another one that he should have just thrown out of bounds. So not a great start for Leary there.
So it'll be the Whippets now with their first opportunity with the football. Out of the gun. They keep it on the ground, and a good gain right up the middle there as they keep it on the ground and pick up some positive yardage there on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, there was a nice little hole there, by that offensive line, for the Whippets there. Picked up about 4 yards on that.
Harrison Hayford on the carry, senior, 5'9", 175. As the Whippets look to move quickly here. Again, out of the gun, this is Quinn Hennicle, a junior, taking over at starting QB, and he's under some pressure, and the Tartans get to him in the backfield. A number of players there, and a big defensive play there for Highland.
Yeah, you had Javion Payne in there from his linebacker spot. That play just didn't look good from the get-go there. Had a lot of motion and everything like that, but his line really didn't hold up for him there, and he didn't have a chance to even look downfield to make any reads.
Trying to get back to the interception. Apologies, we don't have a number 23 on the Downingtown West roster. So
I've looked 3 times.
So 3rd and long now for the Whippets. They'll go up top. Pass going to the far sideline and a bit overthrown there. It looked like Hennicle maybe had a receiver there and just couldn't time it up with his man on the outside. So it'd be a punting situation here for Downingtown West.
Yeah, Dean Hangs for the Whippets ran a nice out pattern there, and he was open, but just didn't get the pass to him there. But that's something that if you're on the coaching side, you put that one in your pocket and say, look, we can run that again. If he makes the right throw, it's open there.
So an impressive opening stop there for Highland after the giveaway. And now it appears that Downingtown West will punt the football back to the Tartans. A little bit of pressure, but Whippet's able to get it away. Fair catch called for and made right around the 45-yard line. Making the catch there is Matt Tuttle, the junior. So it's a redo, if you will, another chance for Highland.
And wouldn't you know it, the punter, number 13, there's no 13 on the roster.
How about that? We'll make some adjustments just like a football team at halftime. We'll try to track down some names for you.
Yeah, we'll get the coaches when they come down from on top and, see if they can give us a little help here.
So in the meantime, we have just under 10 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Again, both teams have had the football so far. It was great opening field position for Highland before the interception, and still great field position, just shy of midfield here. Power I formation, and the give will go to Rodriguez. Check that, not Rodriguez. This is Butler, and Butler finds some room to run into the second level and more. Big first down rumble that time from Nehemiah Butler.
And I'll tell you what, it hadn't lost its footing there, he might have taken that house. Huge gaping hole. And like we said, they've got their whole line back from last year. So that's really, an asset as a coach when you don't have to replace anybody in your line. They all know what to do there, all know their assignments, and a great hole there.
So it's Rodriguez lining up in front of Butler right now for the second play in a row, almost in a fullback position, and Butler will get the ball again. There's a helmet that's gone loose, and good positive yardage here, maybe give him 4 or 5. I had a chance to talk to Brian Leary in the preseason, and he had mentioned, look, they love what Angelo Rodriguez can do. He has some pieces around him this year that maybe Angelo doesn't put up the stats this year that he did last year, but he thinks they're going to be a better team overall.
Yeah, and, when you have somebody like him on there, you can use him as a decoy when you have other players that can get you positive yardage there, because they have to account for him on every play.
No doubt about it. 5 yards on the first down run there from Butler. So we've seen a couple explosive plays, and nice gainer there on first down from Nehemiah Butler. Again, just a junior. And this time it'll be Leary out of the gun here on 2nd and 5. Quick throw to the left side, and some positive yardage there, close to a first down, and it looks like they will move the sticks, so Highland picks up a first down here, moving deep into Downingtown West territory.
And if you're going to play that far off the receiver, all he's got to do is come out, go 5 yards, turn around, and, you deliver the ball to him. You can't give him that big of a cushion there, or he's going to burn you all day.
So Highland with the first down. They move the sticks here. Just about a yard or 2 outside of the red zone now. And it'll be Leary back under center here. A couple receivers to his left, one to his right. Now a man in motion. The give goes right up the middle, and that time it is Rodriguez. Angelo Rodriguez right up the gut. Untouched, Harry. He's in for 6.
I'll tell you what. Everybody went with that motion there, and that offensive line with those 5 starters, I think I could have probably made at least 10 yards on that one. Boy, that hole was huge, and he just burst through it like nothing.
Well done from a game planning perspective there. I mean, we're talking about Butler getting the ball a couple times on that drive, and then boom, Highland hits the Whippets with a straight dose of Angelo Rodriguez, and you can see that burst. Again, 1,400 yards, 18 touchdowns on the ground
and
last season.
Blocked extra point there. We'll see if that comes out to hurt him later on, but somebody missed an assignment. They came right up the middle put their hands on the ball. He didn't have a chance.
So the Tartans will have to settle for 6-0 Highland here with 8:10 to go in the first quarter. If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or call them at 398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you will continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open weekdays until 7, Saturdays until 6, Sundays until 4. Help is just around the corner at Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Call them at 609-927-6464 or visit them online at shorehardware.com. So 6-0 Highland here after the 21-yard touchdown run from Angelo Rodriguez. First touchdown of the season, of course, and we mentioned he had close to 20 of them a year ago. And off to a good start again here.
Yeah, 18's not bad for a year.
Not bad at all.
I'll take that. They kind of forgot the passing game a little bit in that. They did have the one quick out there, so we'll see if they come back to it. But when you got a back like him there and an offensive line that everything's intact from a year ago, don't mess with success.
He's a Long Island University commit. Already has his college plans lined up and ready to go. Good student. Whippets take the short kickoff here. And it looks like they'll begin this drive right about the 35-yard line. It'll be the second possession for Downingtown West.
Yeah, that was Dean Haynes. We do have a number, on that one, so we can give him credit. Nice little run back there. Good field position out to the 35-yard line. And we'll see what they come up with. Not much on the first drive, but we'll see.
Mentioned it briefly, number 10, quarterback Quinn Hennicle. First year as a starter. He's a junior, so a lot of times there's some growing pains, especially in the first game as a starter, but I know Downingtown West is excited about Quinn. He'll keep this one here after faking the jet sweep. Pick up some positive yardage. Looks like Hennicol picks up maybe 2 or 3 on that first down run.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to run a lot of motion, misdirection stuff to kind of, catch Highland off guard, but they haven't been able to do that just yet.
Hennicol under center this time. He'll hand it off. And again, Highland has that covered there. Not much room as they tried to run off the right guard there. And again, just no daylight on that side.
And, that's the same defensive line that they had last year. So those guys are coming back, and they've all gotten a little bit bigger, a little bit quicker, and hopefully a little bit smarter.
So it brings up a third down and 5 right at the 40-yard line.
3rd and 5 from the 40.
Downingtown West trying to cross over midfield or at least pick up a first down before they do that. Hennicol in the gun. Has time, floats out to his left, now goes down the field, that pass is high, still up in the air, jump ball, Highland has it, now it's a fumble, Highland gets back on top of it, that is a wild play, I think it all counts, and I think Tartan's football when the dust settles.
Yeah, it looks like number 3, finally got that jump ball, that ball was about 30 feet in the air.
Xavier Miller coming up with that thing, yeah, I mean, you had about an hour, it felt like, to intercept that. And there were 2 Tartans there, which, Harry, sometimes 2's not better than 1 in that situation. They can cancel each other out, but good communication there. And then the fumble, and then Highland gets back on top of it.
And he was open on that, and, if we would have caught it, would have been a really nice play. Just couldn't haul it in there.
Yeah, pass was a little bit high, but certainly catchable. And again,
definitely catchable.
Again, first game jitters, a lot of these kids stepping into roles for the first time, and there's going to be some growing pains certainly in week 0 of the season. Just keep it on the ground, Rodriguez. Not much room this time, though. He does push the pile forward for maybe a gain of 2.
Yeah, just straight run and play out of the I formation there, blocking back for him, trying to get a hole through there. Just kind of going through my mind there, do they want to start throwing the ball a little bit, because you don't want Leary's confidence to go down and just say we're going to go back to the run. You've got to give him maybe a chance to forget about that interception.
Yeah, I mean, you saw, they had a quick hitter to the far sideline, just a high percentage pass to get him back, in the completion area, if you will, and we'll see if we see more of that. He's out of the gun. He'll hand off this time. Rodriguez has some room, trying to get it to the near sideline. Tried to cut it back, and well played there as Downingtown West was able to set that edge. Looks like that was Jake Cassera. Yeah, he's a junior now, 3-year starter. Missed a lot of time last year with an injury, but certainly looked healthy on that play, making the stop.
Yeah, when I talked to one of the assistant coaches, he said he's the real deal. And he showed it on that play there. Nice tackle there.
So again, it looked for a moment like Rodriguez would try to bounce that one all the way to the outside, but Cassera's there when he put his foot in the ground. So 3rd and long, we'll call it 3rd and 7 here. Highland on their own 46-yard line with 5:30 to go here in this opening quarter. Battle at the beach. And again, it's Leary out of the gun here. Man in motion. Fakes the handoff, going up top. He's got a man, and he overthrew it just by about a step or 2. Avant Stewart had beaten his defender on the line of scrimmage. He was open. That would have been 6, but Leary just couldn't quite hit him in stride.
Yeah, Leary just looks a little bit shaky, to start this game there. And, when you're a quarterback and you see a guy that wide open there, that would have been 6 easy on the board. Just needs to settle in.
Yeah, Brian Leary with some words for his son and his quarterback as they're coming off, and Connor kept walking there. Brian pulled him back a little bit. When he's your dad and your coach, he's allowed to do that. And trying to pick up his guy there.
Looks like they had too many guys on the field.
Yes, our first flag of the game. So it'll set up 4th and longer, and a punting situation here for Highland. Cassera, one of the players deep here for Downingtown West. And this is a botched punt attempt, and Highland just falls on it. And so Downingtown West will have tremendous field position now. I don't think the Tartans were ready for that snap. Something was wrong on that snap count, but that's disastrous for Highland.
Way over his head, and really he had nothing to do. He did the smartest thing, by just jumping on the ball, because he really had no chance to grab it, kick it, do anything with it. So, hey, Downingtown's got a gift right here, and if they can do something with it, they're right back in this ball game.
So West takes over here at the 12-yard line. So it'll be first down, and it'll be Hennicle out of the gun to start this drive, this short drive here. Couple men in motion, and that's a problem, of course.
Yeah.
That'll be procedure against the Whippets.
Well, let's see what it is here.
Or check that.
Yeah, looks like encroachment,
So they get Highland for encroachment first. Yeah.
And it would have been on them second, but they, another gift here.
Yeah, so Highland just...
It's Christmas time.
That's right, Christmas coming early in late August here. Little trickery in the backfield. Kucera has it, breaks some tackles, spinning toward the goal line. Did he get there? He's in.
He's in.
The touchdown for Jake Kucera. That has to feel good after missing so much time with that injury a year ago. And with that, the Whippets are on the scoreboard.
And they said, watch out for him. The assistant coach told me this kid's a player. And, he showed it there.
So now we're having a little bit of a conversation here. I did see the hands go up. And sorting this one out here. Our officiating crew here today, referee Frank Sladinko, umpires Jason Force, and they're saying he didn't go in. One official definitely had the hands up, but it'll set up first and goal from about the 1. Bob Hayes, Matthew Hayes, Mike Cook, Doug King also on the crew today. And now it's a push right up the middle. And that'll be a touchdown.
Right.
So one play later, the Whippets punch it in there. And so with that, Downingtown West gets on the board.
Just a regular quarterback sneak, push me ahead, guys, and, we'll get 6 on the board here. Now we'll see if that missed extra point, hurts Highland from, before. If the Whippets can connect and go up by 1.
Kick is up, and it is good. So the Whippets take the lead on the extra point. 7-6, West over Highland here with 4:51 to go in the quarter. Winning teams know that the key to success is getting the job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calvi Electric has applied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Now you can bring Calvi's expertise into your home for your electrical problems or improvements, and they can install solar panels that will save you money. Make Calvi Electric a winning part of your team. Call 609-345-0151 or visit calvielectric.com. That's 609-345-0151. Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, of course, is a popular summer destination. Gillian's will be open until 10 this weekend and through Labor Day weekend, and they give you the chance to enjoy their amusement rides every weekend in September. Summer continues through September at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th day on the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com. So a couple crucial errors Highland making there, just basically gift wrapping, great field position, and an easy punch in there for Downingtown West to not only tie things up but then take the lead on the extra point.
Yeah, and I got to give the holder props on that one because it wasn't the greatest snap, but he did go up, snare it, and put it down. Sometimes those guys are pretty important.
Unsung heroes, of course, of the special teams crew.
I had to do that in high school, so I know.
I knew there must have been a personal connection there.
Absolutely.
Another short kickoff here. Tuttle, one of the up men, fields it. About the 25. Finds a little bit of room to his left. Good positive yardage there. And it looks like Highland will...
That one scared me a little bit there because you had two guys, I got it, you got it, and the way they just gave the ball away, you could see another catastrophe here.
So a big drive here for Highland and Brian Leary. It's been a tough start for the junior. Interception and then overthrowing what could have been a touchdown on a drive there. Now he'll get another chance here. Again, very early in this game.
Yeah, it looks like he's got to settle down a little bit. It looks like he's got the tools. You could tell what kind of arm he has, by the overthrow there, that he can wing it.
So this time it'll be Butler as the up man, Rodriguez behind him, and they go to Angelo. Rodriguez maybe got back to the line, brought down there.
Yeah,
Good job along that line by Downingtown West.
Yeah, and Downingtown, their line, like you said, I don't want to repeat myself, but that coach told me, he said, defense is where we're going to win this game.
That was Cooper Young, a 305-pound senior. Big boy on that line. Young getting the job done on that play. They do give Rodriguez a yard, so it brings up 2nd down and 9. Leary out of the gun. Quick throw to the right side. This is Stewart. Stewart gets to the chains and then some. Good individual effort by Avant Stewart. And Harry, that's what you're talking about. Just a quick throw from Leary, get his confidence up, put some laundry on the field.
Yeah, you can't do that celebration stuff there, in high school. They're going to give him an unsportsmanlike there, and of course he's getting taken out of the game. But, too much TV stuff on there, and they don't allow it down here, so you can't do it. And he just cost his team. And I'll tell you what, Leary showed his strength on that pass and the other one. They're the ones you got to have zip on when you're going right to that sideline there and the short out. But it's all going to go for naught because of a little not heads up play.
It's tough, It's I'll leave it at that. All right, so It brings up 1st down again.
I don't like it either, but
back up Highland. So it'll be Leary under center, Rodriguez behind him. Hands off, little miscommunication there as they run into each other, and that play was doomed from the start.
Yeah, no mesh there, at all. And you had number 62 for Downingtown there, A.J. Sagisi. Big boy.
Another big boy.
Yeah.
A lot of weight on that defensive line for the Whippets.
I'll tell you what, they got height and weight. They are some big boys there. And, nothing to gain there on that. So they're putting the stop to, and you know what? They've given them confidence.
Yeah.
By those mistakes.
Highland has hurt itself early in this game, no doubt. Out of the gun, 2nd and long here. Leary looking left, throwing left, and that pass is broken up there. Good defensive work by Jordan Barry. Coverage there, the junior.
That could have been disastrous, I'll tell you what, because if he had timed that a little bit better, he could have probably stepped in front of the receiver there. Those passes are dangerous, when you go out there across the field on the sideline like that, because if somebody picks it off, they're gone.
No doubt. Barry was behind the receiver there, but broke on the ball well. He's one of the top newcomers on this team for head coach Mike Milano this season. And sets up a 3rd and long here. Looks like Leary will be under center. And a handoff. This is Tuttle. Tuttle with some room. He gets to the sticks and then some across the OC logo in midfield. I got to tell you, Harry, that's one of the plays they ran when I was at practice. Tuttle can scoot. He's got some quickness.
I'll tell you what, they shifted that defense over there, and there was a natural hole for him to go through, right away. And they're running what they call 4-2-5 is what their defense is. But they only had 3 linemen up there, and there was a big gap there, and it just so happened that was the hole that he was supposed to go through. So they really didn't block anybody, and he just used his athletic ability and his quickness, pick up a big gain.
So 1st down as the Tartans move across midfield thanks to Tuttle. Another quick throw near sideline. Stewart, and not able to handle it there. Incomplete.
Yeah, the one thing they teach you, you got to catch it before you run with it.
Got to do one thing before the other.
Yeah, one thing before the other. And, he just didn't haul it in. That's something that you really have to work on and practice with these guys. They're so hyped to, run with the ball and get it. Look, the ball in your hands is not just for the words.
Yeah, it's another deal, too, this year, Harry, that, these kids have only been allowed in pads for a couple weeks here.
Yeah.
The start of this season comes so quick. You're going to see mistakes like that. I mean, these teams just don't get a lot of practice time. Rodriguez doesn't really need much practice time. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
And he's through the line there. He'll set up a manageable third down, or at least more manageable than it would have been. Call it 3rd and 6 here.
Tell you what, that was a trap play. The right guard, let me get his number there. He just pulled on that one, and it's like going behind a Mack truck.
Opening up plenty of room for Angelo Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was number 73, Brian Williams there. Only 6'3", 285. Gosh, I never had guys that big in high school when I played. I don't know. I was running behind guys my own size.
The game has changed a little bit.
Yep.
All right, so here's Leary and the Tartans offense trying to convert another 3rd down. But first we have a timeout as Brian Leary tracks down the official on the near side.
Yeah, it looks like they weren't ready for that play and the defense that they set up.
So with the timeout on the field, a chance to remind you Johnson's Popcorn is known well all over the Delaware Valley, and we'll go to commercial now.
In the courtyard over there. Also support the piece on the other end of the coolness.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Back to the action here. Chance to remind you, Johnson's Popcorn, known all over the Delaware Valley, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. Open all year at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City as the Tartans get set for this 3rd down play. Leary rolling to his right, got a man a little bit too high that time for Nehemiah Butler, and it'll bring up 4th down for Highland.
I'll tell you, I really like that play because they pulled their right guard to go left away from where the pass was thrown, and they completely, had them faked out on that, but got to complete the pass.
So an interesting decision here. It looks like Highland will punt as the ball is right on the 43-yard line.
And we hope this isn't a disaster like last time, that they got this ironed out.
Highland fans certainly hope that. I think Whippets fans wouldn't mind it, but here we go. And this is caught cleanly, kicked end over end. Takes a big hop right around the 15. Now a Highland bounce down inside the 10, and it looks like it'll roll dead right outside the 5-yard line. And I swear I'll get this full Johnson's read in. Let's do that now. Johnson's Popcorn, known all over the Delaware Valley, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. They're open all year at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Call them at 1-800-842-2676 or go online at johnsonspopcorn.com to place your order. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. So just a couple minutes to go here, less than 2 in fact in this first quarter. Pretty competitive game here as Downingtown West leads Highland 7-6, and the Whippets take over deep in their own territory.
This is a chance for Highland to do something defensively.
This is Kusera getting the ball, and the misdirection in the backfield. It looks like the Tartans got there in the backfield. Could be a loss of 1 or 2 on the play.
Yeah, and that was number 2, Asa Murray on there, and just blew that play right up. Not what they were looking for.
Going to mark it right at the line of scrimmage, so no gain. Bring up 2nd and 10 as we tick closer to a minute here to go in this first quarter. Hennicle out of the gun, and a whistle here will blow this one dead.
Looks like they were juking a little bit, the linebackers there for Highland, and they made that right guard jump a little bit there.
Yeah, they're going to get Highland for jumping there, so it'll be again another
mistake.
Another mistake for the Highland Tartans here early in this game.
Yeah, and that looked like it was going to be going the other way, but I guess they caught the other guy first.
Been a couple situations like that where it's really kind of bang bang, but offsides is the call against Highland there. Kucera again on a similar play, trying to weave and find a little bit of room. Another helmet goes flying here, so a Highland player will have to come off.
Yeah, a little what they, it was a trap. They call it an X play. You fake to the guy going off right guard and then right guard and then give it back to the guy going off the other guard. But really not much to gain there.
Whippets want to move fast. Third down. Hennikel looking to throw and just has to kind of throw that one into the turf.
But I'll tell you what, great composure by him, all right? Instead of taking a sack or going into the end zone, he said, look, I got to just get rid of the ball, throw it in the dirt, and we'll live to have another play here.
It's good awareness, too. I mean, we talked about it off the top. The rules are a little bit different this year. High school quarterbacks can act more like what you would see at the college or NFL level, which I think has helped. I think it's going to help with the safety issue, too. A lot of times, how many times have you seen these kids just holding onto the ball too long, looking for someone because they have to find someone and then get crushed in the backfield?
Yeah. No, I think it's a good rule change.
So here comes a punt, and we'll see if Highland wants to send some extra pressure here. They don't, and the punt is away. Tuttle racing over, bobbles it. Can he get back on top? He can't. And the Whippets have the football there. Special teams, another big play there by Downingtown West. And the Whippets will take right back over beyond midfield. That was Mason Hale, the gunner on that play, getting down there and recovering the fumble.
And I tell you, I don't know what happened to him. He just, misplayed the ball there, and then he seemed to disappear.
It's a fine line. You want to be able to catch that ball, obviously, but if you have to race there to get it, it can be tough to catch it cleanly.
Yep.
Tuttle finding that out the hard way. So another Highland mistake here as pause just to get the chain set for a moment. Man in motion. Whippets go to the air. He got a man wide open, a flag on the play, but Kucera for now strolls in for the touchdown. We'll check the flag here. But for now, Hennikel to Jake Kucera for 6.
Wide open. You can't get any more open than that. And it looks like it's going to be held up there.
It is. The officials talking things over with Mike Milano. So if they're asking for his opinion, it will be a touchdown. And a big-time throw there from Hennikel. You mentioned it, Harry. He was wide open, but you still got to put that thing on the money, and Quinn had no problem doing that. And
give kudos to that offensive line because he had plenty of time, back there. He really wasn't rushed or hurried.
And Kucera, who the call was pass interference, too, so he was able to break through that extra contact downfield, make the catch, and get in there for 6. So that extends the lead 13-6, and that play actually happened as time expired in that first quarter. So we get set for the extra point. Whistles first, though. This will be procedure against the Whippets. Back them up a bit. Ben Meehan is the kicker. And I'll have to take this one from a little bit further back here. This will be the final action of this first quarter. 13-6 now. Meehan trying to make it 14-6. Kick is up. Whew. And drills that one almost onto the track. So
I'll tell you what, that's one thing to put in your head. They need a field goal later in the game. That boy's got some leg.
So at the end of the first quarter, Downingtown West 14, Highland 6.
Again, please remember to support the concession stand at control. Please get your programs and get your raffle tickets for the 50-50 down by the scoreboard.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or out-stuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Mike Franco, Harry Sachs with you as we get set to start, I should say, the second quarter. It's been Highland scoring early, and then it's really been all Downingtown West since then. A lot of Highland mistakes, and give the Whippets credit, Harry. They've taken advantage of those mistakes and then some.
They've even got something on the extra point where they got an extra, couple of yards here to kick it off. There was a hold on that, but hey, they've made them pay for their mistakes because they really haven't gotten, much going there. But
kickoff again a little bit short, really handled by one of the up men for the Tartans. Finding a little bit of wiggle room there and then going down right around the 20-yard line. So that's where this Highland drive will begin. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it was a great throw, Hennicle to Kucera, and again, Jake was interfered with and still made that catch and able to get in, but not necessarily there, but on the previous possession, field position can be a killer, and Highland not only giving up excellent field position and giving up a touchdown, coming right back down, muffing a punt. It's been a tough first quarter for the Tartans as they try to get things ironed out here in the second.
Yeah, we're the old saying, don't shoot yourself in the foot. Give the other team opportunities, and they've cashed in on them twice.
So here's Leary under center. Rodriguez gets it. Some positive yardage. Stays on his feet, trying to be wrestled to the ground there by Cooper Young. What a battle that is, Rodriguez versus Young.
And I'll tell you, Andrew Dvorak for a Highland. Let me get his weight there. He is huge, too.
Going to ask him to jump on the scale. Oh, okay, you're checking the sheet.
6'1", 245.
Thought you might ask him to jump on the scale here.
Yeah, they pulled him on that. But, and that says it for these big guys. If you're that big and that quick where they can have you pulling, that shows you got some speed to go with that big-sized body.
So 2nd and 6, Leary in the gun, hands it off. Rodriguez again, not much room that time. Picks up a couple of yards. It'll bring up 3rd and short as, after featuring some other players earlier in the game, namely Butler, it's really been Rodriguez getting the call on the ground here.
And, we'll see, if they veered from their, main game plan that they come in with, there. They wanted to mix it, to pass with the run, but hasn't really worked out too well in the passing game. So see if we go back to it.
So big 3rd down play here. Again, Leary in the gun, Rodriguez to his right. They'll hand it off this time. This is Butler trying to get to the edge, and he does get there. Butler able to turn the corner as Nehemiah moves the sticks for the Tartans.
Yeah, nice jet sweep there. Good block and good pulling there from number 71 there. 71. Okay, Dvorak, the guy I just talked about. I'll tell you, for his size, he can get out there. And that's kind of a big body coming at you if you're a 160 defensive back. Got to kind of try not to get hit by him and get him out of the way there.
So big-time pickup there for the confidence, if nothing else, of Highland right now as they try to settle in this game. And it'll be a fresh set of downs here, just inside their own 40. This is Tuttle after the double handoff, and boy, the Whippets had that one sniffed out.
Man.
They dropped Tuttle in the backfield there. That's, again, Mason Hale making the play.
Sometimes it's really hard to get your lineman to stay home, all right, and cover your area there. And he could have went with the fake that and come off to the right and had a big hole there, but instead he stayed where he was supposed to. So good discipline on the line there for the Whippets.
No gain on the play after the tackle, as we talked about, made by Hale, 6-foot senior. 2nd and long here. Leary looking to throw this time. Going up top, and that pass just too high as Stewart was there. Good coverage on the play, too, by number 23. Again, apologies, we don't have his name in our roster.
Well, we're going to get it because he needs some props.
He does, no doubt. So brings up 3rd and long here for Highland.
And that's another, passing down for a Highland here, and they gotta connect. That one was just, too high, too much on it.
Just over 2.5 minutes going by here in the second quarter. Second annual Battle at the Beach, third game of day one. Of course, 2 more days of high school football action here in Ocean City. Hope you'll join our live streams the rest of the weekend as well. Leary out to his right, and that pass is dropped. Looking for Rodriguez there. Not sure if he would have had enough to pick up some yak on that one. But
the thing is, you got to catch that ball. That ball was right in the breadbasket there, and with his running ability, he might have been able to make something out of that and at least get a first down. But I'll tell you what, the receivers aren't helping Leary at all. All right, they've had a couple drops already.
So Highland will punt. This has been a little bit of an adventure today. Yeah. The box still says 3, but we're on 4th down. A low spinning kick toward the Whippet sideline.
Yeah, he had plenty of time, on that, and just not a very good kick.
Yeah, somewhat effective. I mean, it prevents a return. I mean, the field position isn't. Maybe you want to try to get a little more in terms of flipping the field, but it is what it is. So it'll be Downingtown West taking over.
Yeah, and maybe because of helped them there getting the ball out of bounds, though no chance for a fumble.
That's right. So they'll begin right at their own 38-yard line. Again, Hennikel in the gun. Man in motion. Hennikel throwing to the near sideline. He has a man there. It's complete for a gain of about 6 that time. That's Dean Hangy, the junior.
Tell you, that was a nice throw. And like you say, when you're thrown out to that sideline, that's a very dangerous area, for somebody to come pick it off. But he had some mustard on that ball.
Yeah, I said 6. Give him about 8. That round was a little deeper than I initially saw there.
Yeah, don't cheat him.
Sorry, Dean. Give you your full 8 yards. Hangy again, flanked out to the right side here. Keep it on the ground this time. And it'll be close to first down yardage there as the run goes up the middle. And
it's going to be real close.
Again, scanning the non-numerical roster here, as that was Spencer Dunn on the carry.
And they did give him the first down.
Give him the first. Quick handoff that time, and Highland had it covered there.
And number 73 on that one there, he just blew up. That was Brian Williams on that, and he just said, sorry, you're not coming through this hole.
Nowhere for Harrison Hayford to run there. So, again, still 1 on the box here. Should be 2.
Yeah, got to get somebody down there who's noticing what we're noticing. Get the box straight.
Chain gang getting heckled a little bit. It's good-natured heckling from.
Yeah. Yep. And now they're saying, "Stop the clock." That's not us. That's over there. We'll own up for our mistakes, all right? So, but we don't want any, that are really not on us.
We're going to make enough up here.
Yeah.
The clock is beyond our control here. But to the gentleman seated below us, I hear you, and I'll try to pass that along. Quick throw here, and some room to run. A breaking of a tackle, and down the near sideline, finally pushed out of bounds. But a big-time pickup there by the Whippets.
Jake Casera again.
And it's Casera who had said his name a bunch, and Jake making big play after big play.
And you know what? They had him for just a short gain there, and he just broke out of it and almost took it to the house. The only thing that stopped him really was the sideline. All right, there. That was it.
Again, the junior missed a significant amount of time last year with an injury, but he's been a starter since he was a freshman. Now they keep it on the ground once more, and just not a lot of room that time, as Highland defensively was stout up front.
Just another missed tackle on that. He broke free.
Rolling to his left is Hennikel, still with the ball.
Yeah, he's got plenty of room over there. He sees the first down marker and goes for it, and it looks like he picked it up.
Yeah, he's right near the stick. They may say second. Check that third, it would be. 3rd and 1, I think, Harry, is what they're going to say.
Yeah, all right, well, hey, whatever. But he saw it there, and, and he made a good read on that. Instead of throwing the ball, it was wide open there. Just missed it by, maybe a half a yard.
So 3rd and 1 from the Highland 12-yard line here. It'll be Hennikel under center. Hennikel gives it off. The Whippets have that first down there. That's again Hayford able to pick up the first down. Again, apologies for the delay. With the rosters we have are not in numerical order, which makes things a little bit difficult as we're trying to reach for names here.
And they're also minuscule.
Well, that's I think a problem with our eyes, not necessarily the formatting of the rosters. But that was Hayford. Here's Quinn Hennikel again, back under center. 1st and goal here for the Whippets. Man in motion. And Tartans have that one stuffed out, or do they? Hennikel breaks a tackle, still on his feet. How about that?
Wow.
Quinn Hennikel all the way in for the touchdown, but some laundry again. Another flag, and that, I think this one's coming back here. It looks like a hold.
I think you're going to get one there.
But still,
I'll tell you, what a play by him. What a play by him.
I mean, Highland had him basically wrapped up for a 10-yard loss. Hennikel's able to shake that, stay in bounds, dive into the end zone, all for naught, though, unfortunately for the junior, as this one's coming back.
And I'll tell you what, he's shown a lot out there, on the field as far as, not being a great, passing team. He's thrown the ball really well, and he's also picked up, positive yardage when he's had to run.
So it'll be 1st and goal from just inside the 15-yard line now.
I'll see what they come up with here. Looks like they're going to the gun.
Hennikel. And now we have a timeout. Looks like it's going to be called by Mike Milano.
Yeah, well, hey,
Downingtown West.
Bottom line is that's a smart move.
Shopee is even better online. You may know their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you want and whatever you need at Shopee.com. Remember, you are not presenting the best trophy. If it's not a Shopee trophy, call them at 609-653-1684. Shopee since 1921. Now, of course, starting a new century. If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or call them at 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. So the Whippets with dreams of getting into the end zone again here, but 1st and long, 1st and goal, just inside the 15. And a bit of a trick play there. Kucera comes away with it. He's racing for the far pylon, and he'll get there. Jake Kucera. Harry, talk me through that. It almost looked like it was an intentionally miscommunicated play in the backfield, but Kucera comes out of there.
I'll tell you what they did. They had their backs that were next to the quarterback. They did an X, like one of them was going to get the ball and the other one was a fake, and then Kucera comes down the line there, just flip him the ball, and he walks into the end zone.
Jake Kucera having a day by the beach so far here this afternoon. It's now 20-6 with the extra point pending.
He doesn't want to go back to Pennsylvania.
Something about that saltwater air as the kick is up and good, I should say. 21-6 after an early hot start from Highland. It's been all Downingtown West. As 21-6 is the score, just under 6 minutes to go here in the second. Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you will continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice at Shore Hardware. They'll do anything to help. They're open weekdays until 7, Saturdays until 6, and Sundays until 4. Help is just around the corner at Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Call them at 609-927-6464 or visit them online at shorehardware.com.
I'll tell you what, we didn't come into this game, given much of a chance. Some people, to Downingtown, that they weren't, they were definitely supposedly the underdogs. But I'll tell you what, they've taken control over this game through a couple really big mistakes and then just a nice drive down there. And I'll tell you what, Kucera, like you said, he's making up for lost time that he had for that injury and showing people what they missed.
It's been the number 15 show for the Whippets so far here today. Highland fields this kick. And still on the move here, up past the 35. So good return there. I believe that was Avant Stewart.
Yeah, it was number 1
on the return.
I like the way he picked his way through that there. He didn't just try to burst through and go. He took where the blockers gave him on that.
So Stewart gives Highland starting field position right at the 37-yard line. Again, the Tartans trying to get something going positive here before halftime. It was a great start, but it's really been all Downingtown West since.
They need to answer a little bit, right now and get their confidence back.
So it's Leary in the gun. Rodriguez to his left, looking to throw. He'll go short to Tuttle. Tuttle trying to break a tackle. And again, the Whippets are there, just rallying to the football, and little to no gain on that play.
Well, they've seen that play, about 4 or 5 times, quick out, there, and then you hope that your receiver, can pick his way through and get some yardage off of that. But I'll tell you what, they got to be careful on that because they had 4 guys around that ball there. And sooner or later, someone's going to jump that route.
So second and long here for Highland. 5:15 to go here in the half. Under center this time. Rodriguez gets it. Gets through the initial line, but stood up shortly thereafter. Again, a host of Whippets there. And it'll be a gain of about 2 to bring up third and long.
And I'll tell you what, they pulled 2 guys on that to try to get him out there, but they basically clogged it up. They didn't move anybody out. So number 52 and 62. 52, all right, Gefford, and 62, A.J. Seguis. They were not about to be moved on that. And when you take a look at their weights and their heights, you can kind of figure out that you got to really power to get those guys out of the play.
We've talked about it, a lot of mass on that defensive and offensive line for Downingtown West.
Got to give that assistant coach, he told me he was right, said our defense can do it.
Third and long here. Leary looking over at the sideline.
Yep.
And now Coach and Dad Brian wants to talk things over a little bit, so it'll be a timeout here as Highland faces third and long with 4:10 to go, and we'll be right back.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or out-stuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
So Highland facing a third and long here. Tartans trail 21-6 against the Whippets of Downingtown West. The first New Jersey PA matchup of the weekend here. There will be a few. They fake the toss to Tuttle, pressure up the middle. Leary rolling right, gets the ball up, and a diving attempt is made for the pick by Kucera. Can't get there, but still a job well done by the Whippets defense. That'll force another Tartans punt.
Yeah, he was running for his life on that one. Really nobody open down there to throw the ball to, and it took a lot of time and a timeout to come up with a play where they got really nothing out of it.
Yeah, that initial pressure right up the middle.
Yeah, they blew it up right away. The Whippets, they got in there and they made them roll out.
So it's been a frustrating half, by and large, for Highland and Downingtown West with that 2-score lead, and now a chance to get the football back and maybe increase that lead before halftime. This more traditional-looking punt, hanging, bouncing, and taking a Highland bounce and now rolling toward the Whippets sideline. Looks like the Tartans will down it right inside the 20 there. And that's where this next drive will begin for Downingtown West.
Yeah, and I think right now they'd be satisfied to go in, with the score the way it is right now. They don't want to do anything crazy.
Yeah, no doubt. They're in a good spot. I mean, in the driver's seat here. Still 3:48 on the clock, so it could be one of those situations where maybe they get chunk play or two early on and get a little more aggressive. But you're right. I think it's been working for them so far. No need to try and press things here. But we'll see. A couple of receivers split out to the right. Now a man in motion. And they keep it on the ground with the QB that time as Hennikel.
I tell you, Hennikel's quick.
Picks up some positive yardage, no doubt. Big gain on first down.
And the nice thing about that is he's 5 yards in the backfield, and he has a good vision there to see where the hole is, and basically he picks it, and he picked the right one.
So 2nd and 5 here. Hennikel back under center. Hands it off. A double handoff. Kucera ends up with it. He's loose, Harry. Jake Kucera is absolutely taking over this game. He's going to race all the way in for the touchdown. Good effort there by Stewart, but he won't be able to catch him.
And no flags.
Jake Kucera having a monster day by the beach here, and Downingtown West now running away with this thing, 27-6.
Wow. I could just put the quote marks underneath and under his name because that's who's scored again. That one was about 85 yards.
Yeah, we'll call it about 85, maybe 80. I think they may have been a little closer to the 20 there. But just a great run. And again, it's that double handoff action, that misdirection in the backfield, catching the Tartans flat-footed as the extra point is up and good off of the foot of Meehan. And with that, it's 28-6. Highland in some trouble here.
Yeah, they are definitely in trouble. Like, we said, maybe they'll be satisfied to go in with this, but the Kucera said, hey, I still got some juice left here in the first half, and I'll show you I got some breakaway speed.
And that's not necessarily a play that you're looking to hit a home run on. But
no, you're looking to just keep running out that clock, all right, with 3 minutes to go, and now you're giving the ball back to Highland, who definitely is in shock.
I think what you're seeing here, I mean, you're seeing a team and a system and a coach. Mike Milano, he's been at this a long time for the Whippets, and these kids just run the system well. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They don't hurt themselves. They take what's there, and there's been a lot there, quite frankly, to take today.
Yeah, and like you said, the mistakes have all come, from Highland, and what they've done is they've capitalized on them.
So now a chance again for the Tartans to maybe get something positive going, try to get some more points on the board here. Still plenty of time, 3:10 to go in this second quarter.
Yeah, and the thing now is you don't want to get desperate, all right, and take chances. You want to, still a whole half to go and 3 minutes in this. So, you can get back in it without going nuts.
Looks like this is Rodriguez.
And it gets up to maybe 25-yard line, so we'll see what they do, whether they want to just regroup or they want to go for a home run.
Yeah, I think you have to try and get something going, maybe not throw the ball down the field, but, try to get something moving. Just, get some sort of momentum going into halftime. Maybe it's not even points, but maybe you get something going and you feel a little better about yourself. Of course, they'd love some points here, trying to answer after that home run hit, if you will, by Jake Kucera.
Yeah, and just, cut down on the mistakes. I mean, it's their first game, and they were looking to do a lot more coming in here. The hype was definitely there for them, but haven't produced just yet.
So first down here for Highland. 3:05 on the clock until halftime. Leary, quick throw out to the left side. The catch is made, but the receiver Elijah Thompson has to drop to a knee to make that catch.
Right.
So in essence, it's no gain and it starts the clock.
And you know what? That's a play that they've been working all game, just, out to the flat there and stuff like that. But you got to give the receiver the ball where he can do something with it. And what they're trying to do on that is get the receiver in a one-on-one situation where when he catches it, he can make a move and make something happen. But you can't throw it almost into the ground where he's got to go down to his knees to get it.
I guess they are calling that an incomplete pass, Harry, because the clock is stopped. So
okay.
They did rule it incomplete. It's tough to see from where we are, but so second down and 10. Rodriguez on the draw, still on his feet. He's tough to bring down. Good positive yardage there. Doesn't get out of bounds, though. So they'll wind the clock. It'll bring up 3rd and short here.
And that, nice little run by him. The tough thing now is you're down by 22 points. And, not that that's an insurmountable lead, but go to Rodriguez a little bit and see if you can get a score here, and cut into that lead.
So again, a big spot here for the Tartans as they try to pick up this first down. At the very least, keep the ball away from West here before halftime. Keep it on the ground, and they do pick up the first down.
And some more. All right. What they're saying is, go to that run. It's been positive for us. Tell that line, look it. And the thing is, they're the veteran team here. 9 starters on offense, 7 on defense. They should be able to click on anything.
Yeah, that was Nehemiah Butler getting the call, picking up that first down. This is Butler again. Not as much room this time.
Not this time.
That big defensive line there for the Whippets. Standing its ground.
Tell you what, I don't want those guys falling on me. I can feel that up here. There are some big boys. So really, nothing on there. Timeout situation.
1:40 to go. The clock is ticking right now.
They've got 2 timeouts left. Sure would be nice for them if they could cut into this lead.
Tartan's not necessarily in a hurry, but back to the line here. Leary in the gun. Rodriguez racing out to his right. Catch the run, and he is drilled. It's an incomplete pass. What a stick over there. Ryan Campbell lowering the boom for West.
You had to feel for Rodriguez on that because he had no protection, and that guy came flying and just nailed him.
Campbell plays tight end on offense, and as you can see, he can lay the wood on defense as well.
Yeah, he definitely laid the wood. Rodriguez will remember that number.
So now the clock is stopped. 3rd and long. And looks like we also have a timeout on the field, or at least the officials want to talk things over for a moment here. Didn't see a timeout signaled.
No. All right, now they finally do call a timeout. All right, the Whippets call a timeout. So that's going to basically, be good for the Tartans.
Winning teams know that the key to success is getting the job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calby Electric has applied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Now you can bring Calby's expertise into your home for your electrical problems or improvements, and they can install solar panels that will save you money. Make Calby Electric a part of your winning team. Call 609-345-0151 or visit calbyelectric.com. Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street and the Boardwalk in Ocean City is a popular summer destination, of course. Gillian's will be open until 10 p.m. this weekend and through Labor Day weekend, and they will give you a chance to enjoy their amusement rides every weekend in September. The summer continues through September at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th and the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com.
Yeah, I'm still got that play in my head, that crisscross and toss. I mean, you know how many things can go wrong on a play like that?
But it's what we talked about. It's a long-time coach, a well-established system. The kids buy in. They run those plays to perfection, and you see what the end result can be. 3rd and long here for Highland. Leary racing for his life once again. Has some room down the far sideline, I should say. And you see right there what Connor can do with his feet. It's been tough going with the arm today, but Connor Leary picking up a big 3rd down conversion for his team.
Yeah, and he does get out of bounds, so he stops the clock. This will be huge here. This will be huge if they can put some points on the board here.
Yeah, now you'd have to think Tartans have to be thinking points here with just over a minute to go and moving deep into Whippets territory here.
They got 1 timeout left.
Leary out of the gun. We'll see what he can do with the arm now. Quick throw. And that throw was there as Stewart. And do we have an interception on the far sideline too? They're talking things over.
I think he might have been out of bounds.
Nice play over there, but just running out of real estate.
He turned around, the ball was right there, and, if you played football at all and you're a receiver, you can't
I think they did call an interception, Harry.
Did they?
Yeah, they sure did. Yeah, again, that's pretty far from us.
Wow. Basically, what you can't do is you can't let the ball hit your body.
Right.
You got to get your hands on it.
Yeah, that throw was on the money. Stewart just couldn't corral
It
it.
was an interception.
And it ricochets, and looks like the Whippets did get a foot in bounds.
Yeah, I mean,
So really tremendous play along that far sideline. Again, apologies, a lot of traffic from our end. We couldn't see who it was, but great play over there by West. And now they will go up top. A deep shot here. And that one just a little bit overthrown there as Hennicle was looking for Hangy down the field.
yeah, and you're looking over here and you see, because Jake said, hey, I was wide open over here. Can you throw me the ball? He said, they haven't realized how good I am yet. They're not even covering me.
Casera's been open since he got off the bus here.
Yeah, he definitely brought his A game with him. And like I said, he was wide open there, but, it didn't get seen.
So West takes a shot. We'll see if they take another one here. Again, under a minute to go. Deep in their own territory. They keep it on the ground this time. Highland's there to make the stop.
Yeah, I think right now they're going to be satisfied. They may take one more pop. You don't know, but from them, if you want to take a pop, it gets intercepted. I wouldn't even worry about it.
Clock continues to run. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. And it looks like the Whippets will be content to go into the locker rooms with that 28-6 lead. Not sure if they'll even run another play here.
Yeah, I don't know. If they can let it run out or not. Looks like they're not. They're going to let it run out if that's possible.
Now they're walking to the sideline, and it looks like that will be the end of the first half here. Game 3 at the Battle at the Beach. It's been all Downingtown West after a quick start from Highland. The Whippets 28 unanswered points, and Downingtown West leads 28-6 at the break. Stay with us. Harry and I will be back for the start of the third quarter in just a few minutes.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or out-stuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Ready to start the second half here in Ocean City at Cary Stadium. Day one of the second annual Battle at the Beach. Downingtown West all over Highland in that first half, Harry. Mike Frankel, Harry Sachs with you. Score now 28-6 at the break. Highland getting that early touchdown, Harry, and then really the Whippets taking over after that.
Yeah, well, they were given, like we talked about, it was Christmas. They got a couple really nice, gifts, and they capitalized on them. And I'll tell you what, they haven't made many mistakes. Like you said, coach has been there for a while. They buy into the system, and I'm still having that one touchdown play in my head because it was like an X crisscross, all right, where you could have run into each other and everything. They had it perfectly timed where they didn't, and then they just flipped the pass to my man, and he takes it to the house.
Jake Kucera is your man. 3 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 2 on the ground. Again, a 3-year starter. He's still just a junior. He missed some time last year with an injury, but I'd say he's healthy and then some to begin 2022.
Yeah, and the thing for Highland is they've been mistake-ridden, like I said, you can't give a good team like the Whippets here points on the board, and that's what they've done, and they've dug themselves a hole. And now we're going to see if they can come back.
Some quick housekeeping here. Darian Smith is wearing number 23. He had the interception for Downingtown West. He was listed as 13 on our roster, so apologies to Darian and his family, but he had a really nice first half. He had a pick, he had another nice pass breakup, so we'll get that right going forward, as it'll be the Whippets letting the kickoff sail over their heads and into the end zone. So they'll start this drive here with possession, and again with that 3-touchdown lead here in Game 3 of this Battle at the Beach Day 1.
And we'll see what they come up with here. With this big lead, you don't think they're going to be conservative, or are they going to go for more?
Yeah, I think you just stick to what you've been doing, right? It's been working here, and obviously too early in the game to take your foot off of the gas. Is late substitution here for Highland, and now we have a player down on the field. The officials see him and couldn't quite get to the sideline. That's Asa Murray having an issue there. Not sure if it's cramping or what the situation is. Sure, it looks like cramping.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell the way the trainer is stretching the leg right out there. There's definitely a cramp right there.
Good chance to remind you early on here in this quarter, if you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together. Take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or call them at 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. Still tending to Murray here again.
Yeah,
dealing with some cramps.
Yeah, definitely. Some cramps. It looks like the way they're stretching him, which is a good sign.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'll tell you what, Harry, compared to day one of this event last season, it's beautiful out here, but, in a vacuum, it's still a little hot out there, obviously early in the year, and these kids are getting the conditioning part down still. And
you know what the thing is? They're kids. You can tell them till you're blue in the face. You don't hydrate 2 hours before a game. Right? You start hydrating the day before a game, making sure that you're drinking a lot of liquids in your body so you don't have these cramps.
So we're ready to go now. Hennikel out of the gun here. Keeps the football, thought about a toss, picks up some positive yardage, and again, just another play that's just run well. Positive yards, some misdirection in the backfield. You keep the Tartans on their heels a little bit, and you pick up positive yards on first down.
And I'll tell you, he's shown a lot as a runner, there, and it seems like, he has really good vision, picks his spot. Not going to be a 60-yard, ramp or, romp, but he'll get it from there.
Hennikel again a junior, first year as a starter. Inside handoff this time, more room to run and plenty of daylight along that far sideline. Streaking down the sideline, the Tartans finally catch up over there, but not before, guess who? Jake Kucera makes another big play.
And another thing, on that, another misdirection, going to one side. They sucked him in going to the right, and he just flashes in front, throws him a little duck pass there, and he does the rest.
I don't know if the Kucera's vacation in Ocean City, but he certainly feels comfortable by the boardwalk and by the beach here, as he has run away with player of the game honors so far. Still a long way to go, but here we go again. Whippets deep in Highland territory. Here's a handoff, and this time Highland is there.
Yeah, not this time. They got him there. They didn't go for the fakes, and good penetration on the line there. They jumped right in there, and they blew up that play.
Javion Payne making the tackle for loss in the backfield. Junior, 6'1", 200 pounds. So a stop there on first down. Bring up 2nd and 11 here. And again, it'll be Hennikel in the gun. Just a minute and a half going by here in the third. Hennikel with the handoff. Again, the Tartans were in the backfield. Couldn't make the play that time, but they do make the play after a short gain.
I'll tell you what they've done. They've made some adjustments Highland has at halftime. The guys are staying home now, and they're not, leaving their areas like they did in the first half. So you've seen on these couple of plays here, except for the long run there, they're staying home. And the first 2 downs here, they've been able to stop them.
So a big spot here if Highland hopes to get back into this thing. 3rd and long, 3rd and 9, in fact. Once again, Hennikel in the gun. He looks to go up top this time, looking to his right. Throws down the seam, and that pass is incomplete. The flag comes in. Tuttle can't believe it.
Yeah, he's on there, but I'll tell you what. That was a tough call for the official, but I think he got it right. Got his hands in there a little bit, before the ball got there.
Dalton Downey was the intended receiver. Tuttle with some tight coverage, and you're right, Harry, maybe got an arm around the back, spun him a little bit. Obviously, the Highland fans seated right below us don't agree with the call. But
from up here, I think it could have gone either way. But, like you said, he may have gotten that hand in there. He was definitely good coverage on that, but maybe the hand came in too early.
So sets up a fresh set of downs here. First down. Keep it on the ground. And again, some positive yardage right up the middle.
Yeah.
For West.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah, that was, Cameron Alex on the drive play, on the draw, I should say. So it brings up 2nd and 6. Alex in the backfield again on this play. Hennikel will keep it, and he's brought down in the backfield that time. So again, the Tartans up front there, stout defensively.
Yeah, that was a read option there, Had the ball in the gut, he didn't put the pressure on him, and he took it himself. That's about the first time he's really been, caught behind on one of those plays there.
Yeah, we haven't seen a ton of the read option so far, but you're right there. So again, 3rd down and long here. And this was the situation that Highland committed the penalty just a few plays ago. Hennikel looking, dumping one down. This is Alex, and he's tackled before he gets to the sticks there.
Yeah, good play call, but a great, defensive play there by, I'm trying to get that number there. Looks like number 1.
Von Stewart in on that play.
Yeah, that was a nice play by him, for him, to keep him from going into the end zone. That's what you want from a defensive back, short tackler.
So the Whippets will go for it here on 4th down, 4th and 5.
Why not?
A lot of motion in the backfield, no call. Looked to be a procedure issue, but here we go. Going to the air, and that pass is knocked down there, and the Tartans make their stand.
I'll tell you, we got some vocal Highland fans, right in front of us here. 2 guys didn't move, but there was no penalty there, and they had time to reset. So they got the reset on them, and it really didn't make a difference. So going to turn the ball over to Highland and see if they can generate some offense here.
Tavon Atkins with the knockdown there. The junior, 5'10", 220. So Atkins comes up with a defensive play, and Highland holds.
Yeah, but they're deep in their territory there. They got to make something happen because that clock is running.
Yep, 8 minutes to go here in the third. Of course, Tartans trailing by 3 scores. Looks like Rodriguez and Butler in the backfield once again. This will be Butler. Cuts it back, and some positive yards there. A little extracurricular activity after the play here.
Yeah, 2 guys, nothing dirty about that. I'd like to see that number 85, Isaac Russell on the one end.
So it'll be 2nd and 6 here, as Highland looks to march here, pick up some points, try to get back in this game. Again, they led Harry 6-0 early on, but as we talked about, it's been all Whippets since. Here's Leary under center, hands it off. And again, some positive yards right up the gut that time. I believe that was Butler once more.
Yeah, Butler once more, right up the middle there.
Bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable here, called 3rd and 2.
Yeah, the thing is, you're a running team. You can't get that point back on the, scoreboard really quick there. So the clock is working against them.
So 3rd and 2 here. Again, it'll be Butler and Rodriguez in the backfield. Connor Leary under center. Go to Rodriguez this time. Diving forward, does he have enough?
I don't think so.
Looks like it'll be 4th down. So it's 4th and about a half a yard, but again, deep in their own territory, the Tartans are. Is there a decision to be made here?
Yeah, well, right here, you're going to say we're going to throw in a towel and punt the ball, or we're going to, gamble and say, you guys can do it. We only need a yard.
So the offense remains on the field here, 4th and short.
Huge play.
But again, inside their own 20, the Tartans are. A ton of players in the box here for the Whippets. Leary tries to sneak. There's not a lot of push there, Harry. Now the ball is loose. Whistles are silent. And I believe we have a no, we're going to say that the forward progress was stopped.
Play was blown dead, so, forget about them running in there for the touchdown.
But I believe it'll be a turnover on downs. I don't think Leary got the half yard he needed.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think it was even close.
See if they even measure. Nope. It'll be 1st down, Downingtown West. And I'll tell you what, the Whippets can all but basically put this game away here with a score on a very short field. They played with a short field like this in that first half and converted.
And I'll tell you what, that was a gutsy call by Coach Leary. But when you're down by 22, you got to take some chances. A lot of people would say dumb move. I say, I got to believe in my team. Guys, you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, you got a big offensive line. Obviously, you're facing a pretty big defensive front, but you just roll the dice there and hope that you can get that half yard. It didn't work out for Highland.
And the thing is, they didn't give a handoff. They counted on Leary, the quarterback, in the center, getting that push, and they just they stuffed it.
Sending Cooper Young off now. It looks like he may have some blood on his arm or his jersey. Of course, Young doesn't mind that, but the officials do. So we'll get a substitution here to begin this drive.
Mike Effort, 6'2", 350, little guy.
Must be nice to bring a guy like that in off at the sideline there.
Not a bad substitute.
So here's Hennikel again in the gun, looking to his right. Floats a pass to the end zone. Guess who, Harry? Jake Kucera wide open.
How can he be that open? He scored 4 touchdowns.
Kucera has been impossible to defend for Highland today. His 4th touchdown of the game. That's his 2nd receiving score to go along with 2 on the ground. And again, Hennikel to Kucera makes it 34-6 with the extra point pending here. Kick is up and good.
He's been consistent.
No doubt about it. And the Whippets continue to run away with this ball game here as the score is now 35-6. We'll be right back after this.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
Mike Franco, Harry Sachs back with you in Ocean City as Downingtown West is all over Highland right now, 35-6, as the Tartans will receive this kickoff after allowing another touchdown from Jake Cassera, his 4th of the day. A little bit of room here. And the Tartans will start just past their own 25. Avant Stewart with the return there.
And I'll tell you what, you probably got people in the stands now questioning that call to go for it, on 4th down. But, when you're down by that much and you really haven't generated anything, you're telling your team, look, if we can't get a half yard, we don't deserve to win.
I mean, the math is, it's working against you at that point. You need 3 scores. You're almost halfway through the quarter. I get it. It's a tough spot.
I got no problem with it. If I'm coaching, I got to go for it. If the kids can't do it, then we don't deserve to win.
So Highland again, still time here, but now down by 4 scores. 5:30 to go. Leary out of the gun. Rodriguez takes it on the draw. Maybe a yard or 2. Just really hasn't been much there. We saw Rodriguez break a couple early in the game, Harry, for maybe 10, 12 yards, but that's been about it. He had the touchdown, obviously, early, but since then they've bottled him up.
Well, I'll tell you what, the assistant coach that I talked to, I don't know his name, he just said, watch our defense. He said, I don't know how good the offense is going to be, were his words. He said, but our defense is stout. And so far he's been right.
Downingtown West, 5-5 last year. A little disappointing, I guess, per Whippet standards. Hoping for a better campaign this year, as we talked about. Pretty good starting, returners starting returners, I should say. 6 on 0, 7 on D.
Yep.
But that's the situation for Highland too. I mean, they return 9 on 0, 7 on D. So a lot of veterans on the field right now. This throw looking for Tuttle, and it looks like it hit the turf.
Yeah,
Rolled incomplete.
Didn't get in there. Yeah, I'll tell you, he hasn't, Leary, for all the hype that he's had for this, he really hasn't shown that much.
It's been a tough week 0 outing here for Connor Leary.
But, hey, you got to give him credit. He's hanging in there. But most of his passes, even in the first half, they were, definitely off target, either high.
Looks like Butler's shaken up, maybe some cramping again. Chance to remind you that winning teams know that the key to success is getting the job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calvi Electric has applied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Now you can bring Calvi's expertise into your home for your electrical problems or improvements, and they can install solar panels that will save you money. Make Calvi Electric a part of your winning team. Call them at 609-345-0151 or visit calvielectric.com. Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you will continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open weekdays until 7, Saturdays until 6, Sundays until 4. Help is just around the corner at Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Call them at 609-927-6464 or visit them online at shorehardware.com. So Butler is up, shaking off the cramp there. Again, a hot day here. Not as hot as it was this day last year, but still dealing with some cramping through all 3 games today. Of course, Ocean City versus Neshaminy on deck. That'll finish out day 1 at the Battle at the Beach. 3rd and long here, trying to set up a screen. Tuttle is able to catch it, but he won't have enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, rather really slow evolving, play there, and gave them enough time. Neshaminy, I'm going into the
I set you up for failure there.
Yeah. All right, the Whippets, had too much time to dissect that play there, and it really didn't go. And now it's going to have another 4th down, and, hey, you went for it before, this is it.
Why not? I mean, you went for it inside your 20. You're right at the 35 now. Again, you still seemingly, I guess, in the game, but you need to convert this. I mean, you need some scores soon. Let's say that, right? It's not over. I think if the game's over, you punt. This isn't impossible, but you need this.
Right.
Tuttle in motion. They pitch to him. trying to get to the marker on the far sideline. He won't get there. And that's Jake Kucera with the tackle.
I'll tell you what, he wrapped him and put him right out of bounds and said, I'm sorry, you're not getting the first down. We're going to get the ball back here.
I'll tell you what, what's scary for some teams in PA is that Kucera is only a junior, so they're going to have to face this kind of thing this year and next. Again, 3-year starter, injured for a lot.
And he goes
of the
both
2021
ways.
campaign. He does. He's a
workhorse.
He's a difference maker on both sides of the football, no doubt.
You know, and hey, if they can punch this one in here, I mean, hey, give them credit for stopping them twice on 4th and short.
So again, Whippets take over in plus territory here. Inside Highland's 35-yard line. Here's Hennikel going up top. Quick throw. That one off the mark.
Yeah.
Looking for Kucera, just a little bit wide to the outside.
Yeah, that's one of the few bad throws that he's had, you know, in this game. He's been, you know, on point most of the game.
So it'll set up 2nd and 10 here.
Yeah, and they're not done. You know, they're throwing the ball even with this, you know, 29-point lead.
3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Again, Downingtown West 35-6, and with the football again. This is a handoff here and some room to run along the right side, and Highland finally able to make the tackle.
Yeah. I'll tell you, number 3 saved a touchdown there.
Spencer Dunn on the carry, by the way.
Yeah, Spencer Dunn. Looked like he was going to break it.
Dunn seeing plenty of touches so far here in this Week 0 contest.
Yeah, Miller stopped that one. Xavier Miller stopped that one from going maybe to the house.
And now it looks like Mike Milano and the Whippets will call timeout. Keep it here and remind you that Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street and the Boardwalk in Ocean City is a popular summer destination. Gillian's will be open until 10 this weekend and through Labor Day weekend, and they will give you the chance to enjoy their amusement rides every weekend in September. The summer continues through September at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th and the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com. Johnson's Popcorn is known all over the Delaware Valley, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. They're open all year, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Call them at 1-800-842-2676 or go online at johnsonspopcorn.com to place your order. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. So first down coming up here. Hayford is in the backfield along with Dunn. Hennikel under center, and some action up front here. See who moved first. Finger pointing to each side, right?
Yeah.
That's the way this goes.
Yeah, it's definitely on the offense there.
False start here will go against the Whippets. One of the few penalties committed by Downingtown West today.
Yeah, they've been almost penalty-free, you know, the entire game. Good discipline except for that one there. You got to have one bad one, right?
Can't play a perfect game. Coach needs to talk about some things in film heading into Week 1.
Yep.
So similar lineup here. Hennikel's under center. Kucera in motion right to left. He'll get the football. Jake Kucera cuts it back, and he has close to first down yardage again.
I'll tell you, well, he's not getting up real quick. I don't like that. Kucera's staying on the ground. I don't know.
Yeah, you hate to see that. And again, you hope it's just cramping like some of these other guys today.
Yeah, I hope so, because he's had a great game there.
Looks to be the case as the trainer is bending that foot back again. But yeah, I mean, you know, we're not keeping track of yards up here, but you know, he's got to have close to 200 all-purpose yards, I would think, Harry. I mean, he's just been a monster. And defensively, I mean, we haven't necessarily called his name a lot defensively, but he's been in on a lot of gang tackles. He's made some nice individual plays.
Yeah, he's been the real deal. And like you said, people up in Pennsylvania, they probably got scouts down here, whoever they play their first game up there, who are definitely getting a fill of him.
Well, that's the beauty of an event like this. You know, there will be a number of college scouts in attendance today, tomorrow, the next day, and maybe those scouts show up early or stay late, and they're looking for somebody, and you see the game before, the game after, and you find some diamonds in the rough, right?
Yeah, well, it's good to see him. He's walking off under his own power. It seems like nothing, you know, probably just a cramp, and we're really glad to see that.
Might be a situation, too, with the the game seemingly in hand. I don't know how much. Of course, you want to stay out there if you can, but maybe they shut him down or at least limit his snaps the rest of the day. We'll see. Obviously, he's going off to the side for now.
Yeah, well, right now, they're not even attending to him. So, maybe it was just a quick cramp. He seems like he's walking fine. He's not favoring it at all. So, maybe he'll be back in there. Or maybe they'll just say, hey, you've done enough for us, all right?
If you're Jake Cassera having the day you're having, you probably don't want to come out.
No.
Here's Quinn Hennikel in the gun. Man in motion. And we have a whistle here.
Yeah, I got movement again. On the defense, I think this time now. Yep.
All right.
Somebody jumping that snap there. So now they're even. All right.
So the walk-off 5 yards. First down now inside the 10. It's to be right at the 7-yard line. Dunn in the backfield. Along with Hayford. Hennikel under, check that, in the gun. Now he swings one out to Dunn. Dunn angling for the end zone. Still on his feet, dives for it. No signal yet, and there it is. He's in there. What a play from Spencer Dunn, the sophomore, 5'8", 151.
I mean, he was down. Basically it was a good, nice open field tackle there, and he just said, I didn't go all the way to the ground, so I'm going to keep right on going there. And he skirts in and, gets to the pylon.
Spencer Dunn getting it done. We've seen that a couple times today, Harry, where, sometimes Highland has made a tackle for loss, but more times than not, it's been these ball carriers for the Whippets knocking away that contact and rushing for positive yardage. That time for a touchdown from Dunn.
Yeah.
Extra point here from Meehan is up and good. Ben's had a nice day kicking the football. Another sophomore for this team. And now we'll have a running clock situation as the score is 42-6. Shoppy's even better online. You may know their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you need at Shoppy.com. Remember, you are not presenting the best trophy if it's not a Shoppy trophy. Call them at 609-653-1684. Shoppy's since 1921. Now, of course, starting a new century. So we'll have that running clock here.
And I'll tell you what, coming into this, this is not what we expected. Like we said, the 14th in the Courier Press that they had.
Preseason rankings can be tricky,
they just haven't, this is what they projected, for them. But right now, the Whippets had a different game plan ready to go here.
Yeah, I mean, and look, it's a team from Pennsylvania. It's not a team that many fans around here are familiar with, but it's one of those programs that's right in the thick of it, year in and year out, usually under head coach Mike Milano. They're a tough team. They execute, and you're seeing that today. Rodriguez, trouble handling this one. He does scoop it up. Now he's in his own end zone, has to run it out. Spins out of a tackle, and here goes Angelo Rodriguez, and just kind of running out of steam there.
I think he ran out of sideline there. He had to, step out. Whistle was blown there. Almost took that one away.
Yeah, it's been a lopsided day, if we're being honest. I mean, it was mainland all over Egg Harbor Township this morning. Salem gave up the lead to Cedar Grove early, but then the Rams just ran away with that game. Kind of a similar situation here. I mean, Highland had the lead in this game, and it's really just been all Downingtown West since.
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't have film really on these guys to prepare, so both teams are coming in, and we're going to, hopefully play honest, not knowing what they did. Of course, you got Rodriguez there, and you were expecting Leary to, come out firing the ball, and they tried to do that, but they just weren't successful.
So again, Ocean City, Neshaminy on tap tonight. Hoping for a closer one in that one. I know Ocean City fans excited to see the Red Raiders take the field for the first time, of course, in their home stadium here. First down run, nearly picking up the first down, and he does there.
Yeah, we'll give them credit. They're not, they're not looking at the scoreboard, and that's what you tell those kids: get in there right now and play. Let's see if we can get back off the running clock, is what they're saying.
Michael Furlow on that carry. I believe that's his first touch of the day.
Yeah, I think you're going to see some different numbers out there in this fourth quarter for maybe both teams.
Furlow wearing number 33. This time it's Rodriguez. A couple yards there on the first down run. moves the ball closer to midfield past the Highland 40 as the clock ticks under 30 seconds in this third quarter. Number of great games tomorrow too, Harry. I know you have the first one of the day.
Yeah, Wayne Valley
against Delran.
Against Delran.
Toms River North, Washington Township also tomorrow. Two teams that project as two of the better large public schools in the state this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
St. Peter's coming down to play St. Augustine.
That ought to be a good one.
St. Peter's has a number of Division I recruits on that team.
And the prep has a few too.
As the clock runs out in this third quarter, and after three, again, it's all Downingtown West. The Whippets lead at 42-6.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
Set to begin the fourth quarter here at Carey Stadium in Ocean City. Highland versus Downingtown West. Tartans with the football, but plenty of work to do. Leary, that ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage and now intercepted. Going the other way are the Whippets, and Highland does get there, but that ball is picked off.
My number 35, I believe.
35 it is, as we check in with our
Sean Bogey
non-numerical roster. Thank you, Harry. So another takeaway for Downingtown West. And it's just been that kind of day for Highland.
I mean, you know, and you think that it couldn't have gotten any worse, and it has. I mean, that one was just, you know, patted up in the air, and it seems like whenever there's a jump ball, the Whippets have been there to take it home.
You know, if you remember, it's funny. The Tartans got that first break of the game on that tip pass, the one that hung up in the air for seemingly forever. But you're right. I mean, but this is a team in Downingtown West that's been, you know, making its own breaks. I mean, that ball was batted, and you back that up with an interception, and here we go again. Of course, the clock is running. 42-6 now, and some reserves are now in the game for Downingtown West. We'll make our job a little more interesting. We'll do our best here. Carry goes right up the middle, and it looks like they'll get all the way to about the 2 on that play. Set up second and goal from the 2.
Yeah, number 5. It's Miles Burke on the carry there. Little guy.
And some early motion there.
Kind of
too excited.
Kind of an easy call for the official on that one. Everybody saw that, you know, coming. So
Tom Miller in at quarterback, by the way, wearing number 16. Miller is a sophomore.
Right now you're saying, all right, guys, you came and you practiced, you worked hard, we're going to get you some time too. So, you know, that's what you do. Don't leave your starters in there.
As you mentioned, Miles Burke getting that carry there. 5'3", 131 he's listed as. Here's Burke again, double handoff here. And close to a touchdown, and it is a touchdown. Number 35 for Downingtown West. Give us a moment here. We'll get you his name. And the great day continues for the Whippets here. And now
35 on the carry there?
35 on the carry, Harry.
Bogey.
Be lost without you today.
Sean Bogey. There
he is. 48-6. Clock continues to run. And Ben Meehan, I don't know what the record is for extra points in a Downingtown West game, but he's got to be approaching it. Another kick up and good.
I'll tell you, he's got a heck of a leg.
He's a weapon. They haven't really needed him to do much more than kick extra points today, but he's been effective as the score is now 48-6.
That's one thing you look for. You get a kicker like that, you get in a close game, you know you have everything he's kicked so far, even when they've gotten penalties, he's drilled it right through, and with plenty of distance to spare, and right down the middle.
Yeah, you know, it was Salem all over Cedar Grove in the last game, and that's a long hike back up to Cedar Grove after a loss. But I think the bus ride back to PA will feel pretty good for the Whippets tonight. Not sure if they're planning to take a walk on the boardwalk or maybe jump in the ocean after this one, but whenever they do head back, that should be a fun ride.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or call them at 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. Again, running clock under 8 minutes to go now. It's only a matter of time here, as this day is, again, knock on wood, staying on track here time-wise, and a bit of a slip there.
Yeah, just a slip there, tried to make the cut.
This is the only game that started late of the three so far today, and Ocean City and Neshaminy scheduled to start at 7. Should kick off just a few minutes after, I would think, and now an injury on the field here.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't a slip. Maybe, he got cramped up there and just went down.
Yeah, you hate to see that, obviously, at any time. Of course, this late in the game when things are pretty much decided. But Swoop is in the house, Harry.
Yep.
Eagles mascot, giving us a wave. I think he was looking right at you when he waved. I don't know, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, well, he knows I'm not an Eagle fan. You know what
Is that right?
Yeah.
So maybe it was more of a point. It's coming for you this year.
Unfortunately, I've been a Jet fan for 50 years.
Oh, Harry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know. I get to go to about 4 or 5 games a year, and it's been kind of depressing. Especially the last game I was there was against the Bills, and sitting in a section in Jet Stadium, and there was more Bill fans than Jet fans.
That's what you get when the Jets have been on a run they've been on. I guess Jets fans excited to see what Zach Wilson can do when he gets back healthy this year.
I don't even want to talk about his decisions in the first game, when he got hurt. Don't be a hero in the preseason. That's what I say. Just get your reps in and get the heck off the field.
Well, you're the outlier, mostly, of course, Eagles fans in this area, and I think in the area of Downingtown West as well. Eagles, another sponsor, as you see their logo on the banners here at the Battle at the Beach. As Stewart is a little hobbled, but coming off the field now, gets a clap from the Tartans faithful.
Yeah, well, it's good to see him walk off under his own power. That's one thing we've had today. Everybody's been walking off.
Yeah, it's been mostly cramping, at least to our knowledge. Here's Rodriguez, still in the game, still running hard. And Angelo close to first down yardage here. Looks like he might have it.
Now we got somebody else down.
Yeah, it looks like an offensive lineman this time.
Yep.
This one.
And he's holding that area in the cramp area too.
Yeah.
So you're going right. They're going out like flies.
Trainer back onto the field here.
And just got one off and didn't even tend to him.
I apologize for the comments about the day running on time, as I've seemingly jinxed the entire operation.
Yeah.
Sorry to everyone up here in the press box.
Yeah, absolutely.
I said the quiet part out loud. You're not supposed to do that.
Nope.
So 48-6, of course, the clock is stopped for the injuries now, as another Tartans player is tended to. We were talking a little bit about that schedule tomorrow, Harry, and of course, more great games on Sunday, too. Millville will take on an out-of-state opponent, Thomas Jefferson, to start the day on Sunday. And then Cherokee Holy Spirit is a great game I think a lot of people are looking forward to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you have Edison, Cedar Creek rounding out the day on Sunday.
And they still have Burns over at Holy Spirit.
Yeah, I think Holy Spirit's excited to see a team that's not called DeMatha Catholic this year. Although the Spartans battled last year, give them credit. They couldn't really move the ball, but they hung in there. I believe that final score is 28-7, something like that. But that should be a good game. Cherokee, of course, again, projecting as one of the top public schools in South Jersey.
Yeah, with that little running back they have, not bad.
Brandon Boria, Stony Brook commit.
Yeah.
And man, he's been making big runs for them ever since his sophomore season. But that should be a good one too. So still a lot of great action here at Cary Stadium coming this weekend.
Yeah, I don't like this injury time out here. This one's taking too long for me. I don't like to see that. I like to see him get right up and just walk off. So see that they heard me.
Might be a little. This one might not be cramping, so we'll hope for the best here. We skipped right over the Saturday night game too. Red Bank Catholic will take on St. John Vianney. Those two teams are rivals in the Shore Conference. Red Bank Catholic has been.
That's my territory.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might as well play that game at Monmouth. Well, everyone take a road trip down and check out Ocean City, and I know there'll be a lot of fans here for that one.
Yeah, the Shore Conference is where I grew up too many years ago.
All right, so we're back underway here. So the clock will start once again. And Rodriguez rips off a big one. Angelo Rodriguez down the near sideline, and the Whippets won't catch him.
Nope.
So that'll help Rodriguez's stat total. It's a too little too late is what I'm trying to say for Highland, but man, he's one of those kids, Rodriguez, it's cliche, but it doesn't matter what the score is. He's going to run hard, and you saw it there.
Yep, and, nobody was going to catch him going down that sideline. So like I said, that'll help his stats a little bit, but it's really not going to help the Tartans much. Not at this juncture.
No. This has been decided long time ago. Kick is up, and that one is good. So it'll make it 48-13 now. Clock will continue to run.
Yeah. Hey, got to have a little something positive, to go out there. And, like we said, they started off the game, Leary throwing the ball, and we thought that was going to be a big part of what they were going to do. But, Leary didn't really, come up that big, had a lot of errant throws, and then their running game was kind of shut down, also there. But like we said, they had those big mistakes that gave points, to the Whippets in that first quarter after taking a 6-0 lead, and they've never looked back.
Yeah, there's just a lot, even coming out of this game, Harry, there's just a lot you still don't know. I mean, you don't know where these teams rank against teams in their own state.
Right.
I mean, you do know Downingtown West is obviously a team that doesn't hurt itself, that runs things efficiently, and Highland, that they have to clean some things up, but if the Tartans can do that, I think they should be right there in terms of maybe top 20, 25 teams in South Jersey. They have the pieces. This is a year that head coach Brian Leary and company have been looking toward.
And what you do is you take this game and you try to clean up your mistakes. You come back in there and you come back to practice on Monday and say, look, guys, this is what we got to do. This is what went wrong. Let's flush it down the toilet and start anew.
Kickoff bouncing near the goal line. Looks like it'll finally bounce into the end zone there, much to the delight of number 24 for Downingtown West there. Didn't want to have to pick that one up. That's Jordan Barry back there.
Yeah, and he also didn't want it to stay, out of the end zone.
You're in a tough spot. I mean, in a closer game, that could be a big play there, obviously. This is, as we've talked about, it's decided, but...
Well, we'll probably just, see them get the ball here and run out the remaining time.
Yeah, I'd be surprised to see many, if any, Downingtown West starters at this point. I know there weren't many on the field, if any at all, during that last series.
No.
So, again, a chance for some of the younger guys or some of the backups to get some
Yeah, and you're seeing that on both sides.
Yeah, no doubt.
A lot of clean uniforms out there.
Well, we were playing on turf. They tend to stay a little cleaner, a little longer.
Yeah, you got that right.
And they're just going to let this clock run now, even on first down, because, of course, the clock is running. So, again, that's a small thing. Most teams wouldn't think to do that. First down, the clock is usually stopped, run the play, but they're coached well. They're told to wait.
Yep, that's it. All right, that looks like the little guy, number 5 again. Miles Burke.
Miles Burke, 5'3". 131.
I bet he's pretty fast, though.
I bet you're right. I don't want to take that bet because I'm with you on that.
Yeah, like you said, they're just letting it run down.
Under 3 to go now. Just a matter of time. Again, this is Miller under center here as he looks to the official. I'll wait for the 5-second count.
Yep.
Here it comes. There's your guy again, Harry.
Yep.
Burke gets it again.
Yep. Nice little quick, there. Some positive yardage. Number 5 on the tackle there. I'm missing this number.
It's been an adventure in the roster department. Again, we apologize for that. It's,
hey, we've done our best.
Seems like a small thing, but the
no.
non-numerical rosters, when you're calling a game, can make things difficult, to say the least. So again, we wait for the count here as this one is all but over. The clock just has to catch up to the mood on the field here. Bring up 4th down there. And I'm not sure if you'll see a punt or you might just see Downingtown West just kind of run another player take a knee here. We'll see.
Yeah, they might just let it run down there and then give the ball to them instead of, wasting a punt.
Hey, what are the unwritten rules here? Do you get another rep for your punt team or do you just...
No.
Just let it be, right?
Let it be. Yeah, let it run down, take the penalty, and then maybe kick it.
Yeah.
All right, that's another option. You only gave me 2 options, and now we took the 3rd. So,
Door number 3.
Yeah, door number 3. Take the penalty or take timeout. All right, there you go.
Yeah, well, gives us a chance to hang out a little longer. Here again, Ocean City Neshaminy coming up after us. Tom Williams and Bud Rink will be on the call for that one. Kickoff originally scheduled for 7 o'clock. It'll probably be more like a 7:15 kickoff, I would think, at this point. But again, for a day where there's 4 games to start the final game just a few minutes late, that's a win for
that's definitely
event
a win.
Organizers right there. That's a victory. Starting to see some Ocean City fans with the OC shirts come into the stands here.
Oh, yeah, you're seeing a lot of red, up here now.
Yeah. It's interesting, too. I was talking with Kevin Smith. The NJSIAA came out pretty late in the summer and said, you don't get PowerPoints against out-of-state teams. You did see one New Jersey team leave this event because of that. In fact, Highland was a late addition to this event, so give the Tartans credit for stepping up. And Ocean City could have been in the same spot, but of course they're the host school. And, they wanted... Yeah. Kevin told me, look, I want to have my kids play in a big setting, have a chance to play an out-of-state team, and there's nothing to lose in that situation. He thinks they match up well, and you give a team like that obviously credit for sticking it out, even though points-wise it's not going to count for a whole lot.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, when it comes to those PowerPoints, I've given up trying to figure them out. I really have.
Don't forget to carry the 1.
I mean, it's crazy. And I was looking on the quality type thing that they have in the game that I have tomorrow. Ironically, both teams had the same number. All right.
It's
Wayne Hills and Delran.
I was when I got into this business, I was told there would be no math, so I don't like to I don't like to calculate those numbers. I let people smarter than me do that. But it can be a headache. As now the teams are lining up at midfield for the handshake, and this game is over. Downingtown West with a big victory here in Ocean City over Highland by a final of 48-13. Jake Cusera was the story, Harry. 4 touchdowns, just unstoppable.
Yeah, he was, like a highlight film, all by himself. And, when you're looking at this game on paper coming in, you think, well, maybe it'll be a good game. They'll be kind of even, but, the Whippets just really took it to them. They capitalized on every mistake, that Highland made and turned it into points. And that just, that was the story today, and it was over. And like I said, talked to that assistant coach. He told me watch our defense. He said, I know you may not know that, but watch them, and they really put on the show here.
All right, for Bill Shallcross, who was on the video for this game, for my partner, Harry Sachs, I'm Mike Frankel saying so long from Ocean City. Stay with us. Bud Rink and Tom Williams will have the call of Ocean City versus Neshaminy coming up next. But for now, Downingtown West with a big victory over Highland at the Battle at the Beach.